Back again with the 2009 Can-Am Spyder SM5. Okay, so what I did was, if you guys remember, I changed the VCM. Took it back to the dealer. They charged me $562 to reprogram it and bleed the brake line system. Okay, that's all the way down right in there, that VCM. Okay, so still running a little rough after spending that kind of money, and realizing now that it needs some spark plugs. So I'm about to get the spark plugs in here, put the spark plugs in, and see if this puppy will really run. So it's been a trial and error game. I'm in it maybe about $2,000 so far, trying to get this puppy to run, but it would have cost me maybe $5,000 right now at the dealer. And I love the bike. I think that it will work. So I got to keep trying. So first of all, guys, here it is right here. What I did is I took the air box off the top, and it's covered by 6 screws. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 screws. Okay, and then this hose goes into the box. So what I did was I took the side rail off to get to it, and that's this piece right here, this side rail right here. And the side rail has screws going into the side right there, up underneath, right into this little box right here. I'm sorry, not the box, but the radiator. Screw goes into the radiator right over here, and then it screws in right here. Okay, so what I did is I took it off so that I could get to that box, and that air box also has the air filter in it, and I'll show you right over here where that air filter is, or the air box is, and it kind of looks like this. I've taken it out completely. This is the way it sits inside. This is the top piece right here, and it's covered by these little straps right here that you've got to use a long screwdriver to take off, and that's what I did. Took it off, and then the filter sits right in here. So hey, no brainer. You look in, you see the filter, and it's dirty. You definitely want to change the filter. So this is what the filter looks like. The air filter looks like, and it's kind of dirty, greasy, grimy. It's probably been in there since 2009, and I bought a new filter. And I'm hoping that this filter will fit in here because it's a little bit longer. So let's see, and it does. Voila, it does fit. Okay, cool. So we're gonna put the air filter in there, brand new air filter in there, and we're gonna take these spark plugs out. The spark plugs, there are 2 spark plugs on this 2009 Can-Am SM5 Spyder, and the 2 spark plugs fit, voila, right over here, right in this corner right here, right down in there. There's one of the spark plugs, and the other one is on the other side. It sits right over in right, let's find this puppy again. I already pulled it off. Right down in here. Yep, there it is right there looking at you. Spark plug right there. Okay, so there's one on each side. So you really have to take the sides of the body off to get to it. Before I sent it to the dealer, what I did was I put all the pieces back together and got it kind of ready for inspection. Well, that didn't work out because it's not running properly once again. Okay, so I changed the wiring harness. That's what I've done to this puppy so far. Changed the wiring harness, changed the VCM. Now I'm doing the plugs. I'm going to do the filter, and I'm also going to change the oil. And the oil sits on the left-hand side, and that's it right down here on the left-hand side of this panel right here. So I'm going to take that off and change the oil, and I've got an oil filter on it. So it might as well, you're cutting corners, you've gotten this far, might as well you just go a little bit even deeper and take care of everything before you have to go back in and take care of it. Now I kind of wondered about changing the wires also, and the mechanic told me that I shouldn't bother with changing the wires because they don't really go bad that often. So I'm going to kind of sidestep the wire for now and see how it runs. This also attaches to the air box. So this is one hose that you have to take off when you're doing the job. So you got to take this off on this side. You got to loosen these straps right here from the cover. I'll flip this over right here so I get rid of the screws. So you got to loosen these. That covers the box. And this whole entire box sits right up inside here. Right in this little unit right here. And like I said, once you loosen that bar that goes across the frame, you're kind of easy going and sort of getting it out and getting to the spark plugs. So that's what I'm going to do right now. I'm going to change the spark plugs, and she's running, but she's not running properly. It's only running on one cylinder, and that's basically because of the spark plug. They said it was either the battery or the spark plug. I already changed the battery, put a brand new battery in there, so it's definitely not the battery, and we recharged the battery. I heard that this little puppy here usually burns the battery out pretty fast. So if you have one of these, make sure, you know, when you finish riding it, you put it on the trickle charge. Okay, so here we go. Still continuing with the journey of getting this thing done, running, and there it is. The complete takeoff of the Spyder, ripped apart, brand new tires put on there, and the journey must be over. It has to be done. It's been too far of a journey to turn back now. Furthermore, gas is pretty high right now, so I can use this as almost as an everyday commute. So there you go, guys. When you're taking out the air box to get to the spark plugs, you have to do it from the right side. Okay, it's much easier to remove it from the right side. Once this thing is loose, is free, then the air box will slide right out. Okay. Subscribe. Push that like button. Tell a friend.